So for the last couple of weeks, we've been moving back and forth in between super hot weather and thunderstorms and cloudy days. So we haven't been out in the bee park too much. That's going to have to change because they need a little looking after. Although I have no reason to believe there's any problem, I do see some significant bearding on our number 6 hive, which was the interesting hive because we had a lot of queen problems there, getting them to not be drone layers. And when I look at it now, it looks like it's a real hopping hive. So they're probably getting a good hatch out going. Our front hives are looking pretty good as well. In fact, the only concern I have right now is what was our drone layer that we tried to get queen right, our number 2 hive, which I don't see too much activity on. So I'm gonna have to get into these hives and take a look. So number 2 worries me, and we're gonna take a look at her first. 2 possible outcomes. Either we remain queenless and we're in deep trouble on this hive, or we've successfully put together a new queen. Some bees on the top. Good supplies. Plenty of queen cups, but of course if you don't have any eggs in them, you can't superseed. Which brings us down to here. This is certainly not looking like a strong colony. This is a split that just did not move forward and eventually got themselves in trouble. And I think at this point is in deep trouble. Random drone comb. What was in there was not a queen. Not good. Again, a non-queen cell, damaged, removed. One thing's for sure, no sign of brood, no sign of eggs. There's nothing really left to do with this colony other than combine it with another colony. And that's what I'm going to do. So what's going to happen is this thing's just going to be eaten up by wax moths and hive beetles. This hive, hive number 6, is a crazy hopping hive. So, oh my! We're going to do a very fast check on here, just to make sure everything's cool. Lots of brood. So this hive, as you can see in that frame, if you can see it down there, is solid brood. This hive's a good strong hive. And we're simply going to take the resources from that other hive, which is really in deep trouble. We're going to drop them on this hive. think we really even have to worry about trying to separate these two colonies. There's just such a disparity between them. We will try to cull this down to 1 deep sometime in the near future. Just not today. There we go. We got a little more breathing room. Sometimes when a colony is not queen right and they've fallen down that far, I mean, we tried giving them, brood and eggs to raise a queen and they didn't. It's just too late in the season to try to play around anymore. They're getting weak. So they're either going to get robbed by another colony, or they're going to be eaten up by wax moths or hive beetles. I mean, it's time to cut your losses, move those resources onto another hive, along with whatever workforce is left. But I don't think there's much of a workforce left at all because nobody's returning to where the hive was. Remember, if you like these videos, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We truly appreciate it, and it really does help us out. We have moved now, number 2, into number 6, which seemed to be overcrowded. They had a lot of bearding going on. We'll give them a little room. There's no real flow, to work on per se. Although they're finding something, and the goldenrod's starting to come into bloom. So, we'll look at a few more of these next week, hopefully when it gets a little cooler. And until then, goodbye from Buzz Park.